Good morning and welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Show. I'm Vic and welcome to the Daily Sports Update Show. Yeah, it's Tuesday again. Bloody hell, the time flies fast. Hope you've got a cup of coffee, you guys, this morning, or a cup of tea or whatever it is. For me, it's a cup of water, which is normal. Look, yeah, let's get into it. Lots to get into. Big news yesterday, obviously. I didn't do an extra show about the sacking because I don't really care, you know. There we go. Look, let's start with the important stuff. If you want to get hold of us, the email's there. I'll put it there at the bottom all the time, don't worry. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button because we have reached 127,000, which is fantastic. So let's leave the email over there. Great stuff, guys, great stuff. Now we're going to talk about some football, obviously, AFCON, NFL, NHL, NBA. Of course, there was cricket, Eurobasket. No winter sports stuff. But that's coming up. Well, we can talk a little bit about it. And of course, there's still. What else? What else is there? Of course, there's still rugby. Yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about. Good morning. Good morning, Mo. I hope your mom's doing better today. Here we go. Let's go. Let's start with the show. Let's go. Look, let's start with the breaking news. Ruben Amorim is bye. Huh? He's gone. Look, I see my when I come close, look at that, it all shiny around my neck there. There you go. Now look, I put out a poll this morning. 17% of you, but only 17% of you believe that it was the right decision to sack Ruben Amorim. I'm just going to try to do something quickly because this is quite annoying at the moment. Just want to see if I can improve this. 1 second. There we go. Let's see if that goes away or it gets worse that way. So we'll do it like that. That's better. Closed. Yeah, so I don't have all that glitter around me. You know, I don't want to be so glitterful. There you go. No, Ruben Amorim's out of a job. Look, people say it's because of the results. If you think it's because of the results, you're delusional. It's got nothing to do with the results. Because if it had to do with the results, I would have sacked him last year already. It's got to do with that he actually spoke the truth at his press conference, saying that the board is a shambles, that the ownership is a shambles, and that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You do that. Look, if I walk into my office today and I tell my boss, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're doing, I must probably get the sack. Even though maybe I did a good job, you know. And I mean, we're off sixth in the table, 3 points behind fourth, so I don't think it's got nothing to do with the results. So, okay, you will send them, no problem. So that's got nothing to do with the results. Absolutely nothing. He got sacked because the ownership didn't like the way he said that they're running the show. And we all know, listen here, we all know that the ownership at Manchester United is a joke. But let's have a look at the poll quickly. So, 40% say no, the owners must go. 12% say the board, so that's 52%. And 30% say he shouldn't get sacked. So that's 82% of you, or 83% of you, that said he shouldn't have basically got the sack. He did get the sack. He's gone. Look, he's laughing all the way to the bank. He's left the shit show that's known as Manchester United, and he pockets 15 million for that. He gets 15 million payoff. This guy will get a job tomorrow, man, because the man's a good coach. I like him. I'll be following his career. I'll be following where he goes. And now we're stuck with Darren Fletcher. That's the answer to all this. And there's no top coach coming into Manchester United. And God forbid we get Gareth Southgate. We might as well just, I don't know. I can go lie in the snow and freeze to death. That would be the best thing. You know, that would be the best thing. But let's have a look. Just quickly there. Look, who's to blame? I'm blaming these three twats. The three blind mice. See how they run. They know shit about football. Nothing. I mean, the two gnomes at the bottom of the screen, the Glazer brothers, man, they have done nothing in their lives. Daddy built the empire, daddy's money, and they don't know shit about football. So Jim Ratcliffe, I mean, look, his companies are not doing so well at the moment. His sports teams are not doing the well. Basically, what he touched turns to shit at the moment. Ask Nice, Lausanne in Switzerland. Everything's going downhill. So, yeah, I don't know. The owners can't handle the truth. You're right about that. You know, there you are. But I'll do the chat later. I can't do everything this morning. There we go. So let's get a Twatty D and Twatty Do there. Let's get rid of those twats. Let's look at the AFCON. Egypt beat Benin 3-1 yesterday. So they are through, and Nigeria thrashed Mozambique. Victor, it's got to be the name, Victor Osimhen with 2 goals there. So yeah, AFCON was good. Vern did that. A lot of people in last night. We'll be doing a lot more AFCON. We'll go all the way to the finals this year. See who's in the finals. Some good games coming up. Don't forget Premier League. That is, it's not coming out yet, but the Premier League is starting. Maybe it'll pop up afterwards. The Premier League is another round today, but don't worry, we're going to do the Premier League prediction show later on. But it is Table Tuesday, so let's go through all the tables in the big leagues. Of course, in England, that is Arsenal 6 points ahead of City, 6 points ahead of Aston Villa. Then it's Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, and all the way down to Brighton. I think they're all fighting for the 4th spot. Should be very interesting. Some good games coming up this week. Liverpool take on Arsenal. Good morning, Paul. If Liverpool have any hope, the slightest, the minimest hope of trying to put out a title charge, they're going to have to beat Arsenal on Thursday. That's on Thursday. Then let's have a look at Spain. España. Barcelona 4 points ahead of Real Madrid. Villarreal with 2 games less, so that's 6 points. They'll get them to 44 if they win them both. So Villarreal still in the hunt. In Italy, very close there in Italy for the top 3, all divided by 1 point. Inter, then AC Milan and Naples. Juventus starting to move up. Roma still around. Surprise for me is Como doing very well this season. I think Cesc Fabregas is the coach there. Germany, they didn't play any games over the Christmas period, so the table hasn't turned there at all. Bayern's still way out in front there, ahead of Dortmund and Leverkusen. Look, in Germany, it's only the question, who comes second? Because in Deutschland, it is Bayern, my friends. Then in the French league, Lens keeping themselves on top of the league, ahead of Paris Saint-Germain. Good to see for the French league. Nice that it's a little bit competitive this year. And we'll see. Marseille dropping off a little bit in the last few games, but Lens are giving Paris Saint-Germain a run for their money, and I like that. That's good. Then, guys, don't forget this weekend, big NF. I don't know why none of my stuff are popping up. That's not a good thing this morning. Why are the NBA results going to pop? No, not popping up either. So let me go have a look why the stuff is not popping up. Because that is not good at the moment. It should have all been popping up. I've got it out there. I don't know what's wrong at the moment. Let's have a look. That's just live. How do you say it? That's when you live. Shit happens. That is why. Let's have a look. I do not know why this morning it is not registering all my stuff. Because it's on the screen. Let's have a look. Maybe I have to log in or something. I don't know. No, there you go. Okay, well then we're going to have to just do it on the fly here. I do not know why that is not working. This crazy. Well, let me pull it. Just let me have a look one more time. NFL, why is that not working? Let's go. Is it working now? No. All right, so I'm just going to pull it over and it'll be a little bit crazy now. There you go. So let's see. It comes out there. There you go. So it should have been nicely put in a corner, but it's not. But I'll just put it like that for you guys. There you go. We'll do it on the fly this morning. Look, that NFL wildcard weekend is coming up, and the Rams got to take on the Panthers, the Packers against the Bears, the Bills against the Jaguars, 49ers against Eagles, Chargers against Patriots, and Texans against Steelers. I'm going to try to do as many of those games as I can. I'll definitely do the Chargers Patriots one. That is one I want to do, and most probably the 49ers Eagles. But we'll see. I'll try to do as many as I can. We'll see what happens there. Then I got to go fetch all the stuff this morning because I do not know why it's not going over. NBA, we'll pull that one up as well because there were some good games in the NBA, and we'll see. Here we go. So they'll pull this NBA over, and then we'll have a look. Yes, there you go. It's going to pop up in the middle of the screen and block my face there. Of course it does. There you go. Well, we'll just put it out like that. That's fine. All right, so let's get into the NBA this morning because there were some good results. The Knicks got thrashed by the Pistons, 121-190. Kate Cunningham there with 29 points and 13 assists for the Pistons. Then I got to congratulate the Celtics. The whole season without Jason Tatum, and they are doing a fantastic job. Just shows me they're a great team. 115-101 against the Bulls. Simmons there had 27 points for the Celtics. Then the Raptors beat the Hawks, 118-100. Have I got that right out there? Yep. Kevin Durant. Murray Boyles, there was 17.7 assists and 7 rebounds for the Raptors. Starting to do a lot better, the Raptors. Then the Suns losing to the Rockets, 97-100. Kevin Durant, he was the main man there with 26 points and 10 rebounds. This is surprise, man. The Hornets thrashing the Thunder, 124-97. And the Thunder played all their boys. I don't know. Thunder on a skid at the moment. In the last, I think it's the last 8 games, they've lost 5. So yeah, not doing too well at the moment. The Nuggets without Nikola Jokic still manage a win. They win 124-125 against the 76ers there. The Warriors and the Clippers in a tight one there. The Warriors lose 102-103 to the Clippers. Stephen Curry had 27 points. Kawhi Leonard had 24 points. I told you guys, the Clippers are hotting up. And last but not least, the Trailblazers thrashed the Jazz 137-117. Let's have a look at the tables because that should work. That should be working. So let's just first get that out the way. There you go. So the table should be working. There you go. At least that's working. Detroit Pistons on top in the East. Still a comfortable 3.5 game lead over the Celtics. Followed by the Knicks, the Raptors, the 76ers, and the Magic. Still in a playoff hunt are the Heat, the Cavaliers, the Bulls, and the Hawks. They would be in the play-ins. Bucks are starting to move up the table. Yeah, well, Giannis is back, so why shouldn't they move up? The rest of the teams are not going to make the playoffs. Charlotte, the Nets, the Wizards, and the Pacers, they are not making the playoffs. I'm guaranteeing that right now. I actually think the Bulls will drop out and the Bucks will move in. Then we move into the West. There's still the Oklahoma City Thunder on top, but look, the lead is starting to shrink. They are starting to lose a few games. Second, San Antonio, good season for them. Nuggets still in third, even though they haven't got Jokic. Rockets move up into fourth. Lakers are in fifth. Minnesota still doing well. The Clippers, I see the Clippers making the playoffs. I actually see the Mavericks making the playoffs. I see the Portland Trailblazers and the Memphis Grizzlies dropping out of the playoffs. That's just me. Then I guess my NHL is not going to work either because nothing's working this morning. Okay, that's fine. I'm flexible. If everybody else is flexible, I'll just pull it over. Because there were a few games in the NHL last night. Not all of them are finished. Yes, there you go. Hit that, just move that over there. There you go. We'll just do it like that. There you go. Oh, my nose is itchy this morning. I should go play some Lotto. The Mammoth beat the Rangers 3-2. The Ducks lost to the Capitals 7-4. The Red Wings beat the Senators 5-3. And the Kraken beat the Flames 5-1. That other game is still going on at the moment. I will quickly tell you what the score is there. This morning is very, rudimentary. That game is still going on, is it? Or maybe it's just finished. Because when I was putting it together, that is still going on. It just finished now, and the Kings beat the Wild 4-2. So the Kings did beat the Wild 4-2. Let me put that out there. The Kings beat the Wild 2-4. There you go. Should pop up now. At least that's working this morning. Bloody hell. Fantastic. So yeah, that's your NHL. Let's have a look at the tables there in the NHL. In the East, look, in the Atlantic, it's the Detroit Red Wings that are leading the way. And in the Metropolitan, it is the Carolina Hurricanes. But overall, it is the Detroit Red Wings that are the top team in the East. I still think it's all very tight in the Eastern Conference. I mean, the best team has 54. The worst team, the Columbus Blue Jackets, have 43. So it's really close that anybody can still make the playoffs. There you go. Then in the West, Colorado Avalanche still the top team there with 69 points in the Central Division. In the Pacific, my Vegas Knights are first in the Pacific, but they've lost 5 in a row. So, you know. But look, the only two teams that are really fallen off a little bit are the Winnipeg Jets and the Vancouver Canucks. Hey, Canada, what's wrong with you guys, man? All the Canadians not doing so well. Then, see, that one works now. I don't know why. This weekend, it is the college football playoff semifinals. Oregon against Indiana, Ole Miss against Miami. We'll try to do some of those games. And the national championship final is on the 20th of January. What a beautiful day that is. It's the greatest day ever, the 20th of January. Talking about greatest days, I almost forgot. To Vern and to my sister-in-law, Tennis Freak, I'm just going to use that name. Don't need to put her a real name out on you. Happy anniversary. I think it's 20 years. Vern, you get less for murder. That's what you always say. 20 years. My brother's been married for 20 years. Unbelievable, huh? Unbelievable. Congratulations to the two of you. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy the meal, man. And whatever happens afterwards. Yeah. Eurobasket. Yep, baby. See, that works again. I do not know what's wrong with this other stuff. There you go. Tonight, yes, Fenerbahce, Istanbul, Olympiacos Piraeus live on the channel with me doing basketball tonight. Long time. Just don't get yourself into trouble this morning. Long time. So I'm going to be doing that tonight. Vern will maybe do a basketball game tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. I don't know. We'll see. But this is the game that is coming up. And now that doesn't work. Okay. It's funny. A lot of things are not working this morning. I do not know what is going on. I do not know what's going on. It was all out there at the beginning. But now, well, you know, they call me Mr. Flexible. There you go. We'll put it out there. There you go. There you go. That's the game coming up. EuroLeague basketball live stream. Olympiacos Piraeus will travel to Istanbul to take on Fenerbahce. No problem, man. No problem. Let's have a look at the league table. Only going to do the top half of that table because I don't do mediocrity. Valencia and Hapoel Tel Aviv out in front. Friday AFCON. Okay, there you go. Fenerbahce still in the hunt there. Monaco, Panathinaikos, Barcelona, Olympiacos, Zalgiris, Red Star Belgrade, and Real Madrid. That's your top 10 in the EuroLeague. Then darts, guys, the field for the Premier League is set, and there's some surprises there because the top 4 they had to be in. That's the rules. The top 4 of the world rankings: Luke Littler, Humphries, Jean van Ven, and Gervin and Michael van Gerwen. Johnny Clayton, the world number 5, he's in. The world number 10, Josh Rock, is in. Stephen Bunting is in. And Gervin Price, who's like 14th in the world, he got in. But there's no Gary Anderson. There's no Danny Noppert. Surprise, surprise. I didn't see this happen. I didn't think Gervin's in, but I'm happy Gervin's in. Maybe it's my influence on Barry, on the Hearn family. I don't know. So that's your Premier League. We'll be doing some of those nights. Then the cricket, Australia against England, it's ongoing at the moment. It is day 2, and England were bowled out for 384 in their first innings, and Australia have replied with 377 for 6. That's still ongoing, looking like for me, it looks like a draw coming in this one. Then what else? That's it. That's the cricket, the darts. I did it all. I finished the show this morning. Once again, Vern, have a fantastic anniversary, you and Tennis Freak. And we will hear each other at 5 o'clock this afternoon. It is the Premier League prediction show. I got to tell some of the guys there, some of the tips are also gone. I do not know. No, I did a clear bug virus this morning. I had to clean up my computer. So some things went lost, but we'll see what happens. There will be a show, the Premier League prediction show, because there are games tonight, tomorrow night, and on Thursday. So looking forward to that. And otherwise, join me this evening, of course, at 6:30 in the evening for Fenerbahce against Olympiacos. 2 fantastic teams in the EuroLeague. That's me for this morning. You guys have a great show. A great day. I had a great show. You have a great day. Be safe and see you soon. Damn, I'm a little bit Dear McCall this morning.